Hey guys, so today I want to talk about the newly announced Eula banner and the weapon banner that is going to come alongside Eula. So Eula's banner is going to have Shincho, Beidou and Xinyan, great 4-star units. I will still say that if you're not going for Eula, do not summon on the banner at all for trying for the 4-star units, because there's a good chance you'll end up getting Eula and your pity will be wasted. So if you do not plan to go for Eula, which I know many people are not going to be pulling for Eula, then stay away from this banner completely. Do not try to build your pity for a later 5 star. You can just save your Primo Gems and build the pity on the banner itself that you want the 5-star unit for. Then it's going to be the weapon banner that will have Song of Broken Pines and Aquila Favonia. So Song of Broken Pines is basically Eola's weapon, and I do not see it being used on any other unit in the game except Eula, because its substat is physical damage bonus. You could use it on Razor, however Razor is a Razor is a 4-star, so his stats are already lower compared to other units, and he also won't have Eula's multipliers because Eula has a really high base attack stat and she has quite the high multipliers as well. So her physical damage is gonna hit hard. Razor will not be able to hit as hard as her. So Song of Broken Pines, I recommend you only pull on this banner if you are going for Eula and if you have extra Primo Gems lying around. Otherwise, this banner is a complete skip. Aquila Favonia, it'll be good on a physical damage sword user, which I believe it's only Jean and Kaching. However, there's a boost for element mastery coming in 1.6, so you might want to switch your Kaching to Electro depending on how good it is, in which case Aquila Favonia will only really be used on Jean or maybe Kaya if you're a Kaya main. So if you simply want Aquila Favonia, just go on the standard banner, because the standard banner also has Aquila Favonia and you can save your Primo Gems that way. Song of Broken Pines only really useful for Eula and no one else. Uh, this would mean that this banner is a skip as well alongside the main banner if you're not going for Eula. Now to quickly go over what Eula does. So Eula, like any other Claymore user, does 5 strikes, and her third strike she does 2 hits at once instead of just a single hit, and she does the same on her 5th strike. So it effectively works as though she's hitting the opponent 7 times, though I believe it is still counted as 5 hits, but it's actually 7 hits. Then when you hit her skill, she hits the enemies with cryo, and it has a 4-second cooldown, and when the opponent gets hit with cryo she gets a stack, and the stack gives her 30% defense and gives her resistance to interruption, which is basically like having Zhongli's shield. So when you go to hit the enemy and you get hit instead, you're not going to get blown off and you can still continue hitting, though you will take damage if you're not covered with a shield. So the damage will still be less because she also has a defense boost. And if you basically have 2 stacks, you can hold Eula's skill and it will consume both the stacks, and it will hit the enemy and reduce the enemy's physical damage and cryo damage resistance, which means Eula will be able to do more damage to her to the enemy for a particular period of time. Now when you hit Eula's ult, which I'm not going to hit Diluc's ult just to demonstrate hitting an ult, but when you hit Eula's ult, she gets a small sword behind her, and the sword, well, first of all she does hit the enemy one big hit, and then she gets a small sword, and the sword will gain stacks the more you hit the enemy with normal attacks or with your skill. So if you get enough stacks on that, then at the end of it The damage will vary depending on how many stacks you have. The more stacks, the more insane the damage, and at the end of it, the small sword will explode and do an insane amount of physical damage to the enemy. So overall, because of a high multiplier, she can actually be a viable physical damage unit. Without the high multipliers, obviously you would not be wanting to pull for a physical damage unit at all. Uh, Her best set is, I believe, Pale Flame, and this is the set that I currently have farmed for her. I do need to go back in and reform the sands. My flower is good. My feather is decent. Sands need some work. The goblet is great because all 5 stacks went into crit rate, and I might change this over to a crit rate one if I get something with good substats, and then I'll choose my weapon accordingly for her, whether I want to give her Black Cliff or whether I want to give her Spine, or if I get lucky and pull Song of Broken Pines, then that's going on her. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys are summoning for Eula or not, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.